and welcome to another episode of Out of Thinaer. I'm your host, Beverly, and today we have an exciting guest. We have our rockstar customer success manager, Taylor Alston. We'll be walking through what it's like to onboard and really deploy an IoT project. So very excited to have you here, Taylor. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So let's get started with a little bit of your background. So tell us about your role and how long you've been at Thinaer.
So I am the customer success manager, as you know, here. I've almost been here 2 years, and my job is to make sure every IoT pilot is successful. So from deploying the solution to providing that support to later on, building and ramping up the whole project. So yeah, I'm in charge of the success of our clients.
That's great. So can you walk us through kind of the initial onboarding process? So someone decides they want to go ahead with an IoT project. What's the first step after that?
So post-sales, we would do a kickoff call to initiate myself into the client's project. And then we will work on the installation first. And there's different steps to the installation process, but included are the network configuration portion, making sure that all of our software and hardware will connect to their networks. Moving right along, I would move on to the training phase, which includes training them on the hardware itself and our software platform, Sonar. After that, we would move on to support. So if they have any questions, any assistance needed, I will be their number one resource. And then from then on now, it's usually just gaining feedback and seeing how I can better support them for their project.
So you talked about resources and training. Can you dive a little bit more into what resources do you provide?
So we have a help center, a very thorough help center that has pictures and videos on how to do certain steps of the configuration process. And then in addition to that, we have a live chat bot. So if any of our customers have questions, they can feel free to hop onto our help center, ask a question, comes to me, and then I get it answered for them. Another support tool we have is our support email. And then my personal contact as well will be support tools as well for them. So between the chat bot, the phone numbers, the emails, they have an array of different things to pick to get any support they need.
That's great. So it sounds like you have all the bases covered in terms of support.
Absolutely. We try to make sure we have all the bases covered.
That's great. Okay, so let's get a little practical now. So I see that we have a display case here with some items. Maybe you could walk us through what's in here and I guess what the actual practical deployment process looks like.
So here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is an array of our different hardware, our popular hardware here at Thinaer. So starting with the bread and butter, our Thinaer gateway. So this is BLE enabled. And this basically transmits all the data from the beacons to our cloud and then transmits that information to Sonar, which is our SaaS platform. So then they're able to see any of the data from their assets. This is our star of the show, the gateway. And like I said a little bit earlier, they connect with our beacons, and our beacons have an array of different capabilities. So some collect temperature, humidity, vibration, and they transmit those signals to this BLE gateway. And then, as I said, the gateway translates that into our Sonar platform, making it accessible for you and your team. So then you have all of this data that's collected over months and years, all from this one beacon and one gateway.
So that is really amazing. How long does it take to kind of set up something like this? I'm guessing a couple months, maybe a year.
So it's actually super simple, and depending on what type of deployment you've chosen, we have easy entry points into this. So our most popular solution right now is our starter kit, and we actually have timed it, and it takes about 3 minutes per gateway to set up, so very seamless. So you're looking at maybe 30 minutes to deploy 6 gateways. So super simple process, and of course you have all those resources in the help center to help you along the way as well.
So you could really get going pretty quickly, like in a couple days?
Couple hours, yes.
Wow, that's great. So you mentioned some of these beacons. I'm really curious because they're all different kinds of beacons. Like,
yes.
What are some of the different metrics that it can measure or that they can measure?
So let's start off with our E8. E8s are usually attached to assets to locate them. So these help our customers locate their most important assets that usually would have gotten lost. They're able to log into our Sonar platform and see where their asset is at every moment. So consider this your tracking tool for all your assets. Moving right along, our E7 beacon is very popular for vibration. So we're able to assess machine utilization based off of the vibrations. It tells you whether a machine is on or off. And that information is very important for our customers because sometimes before these deployments, they didn't have access to these data and they had to go on site and collect the data manually versus having it in the cloud and having access to it 24/7. I'll say our third most popular beacon is our S1 beacon, and this actually collects temperature and humidity. So a popular use case for our S1 beacons is inside of warehouse environments that have temperature controls. So you can set a trigger to your Sonar account and it will let you know if it's too hot or cold in your area, so you can make those changes in the environments. Those are our most popular ones, but I'm an open book, so feel free to ask me questions on anything else.
No, this is great. So I can really imagine use cases in manufacturing or basically anywhere where there's a factory floor plant. Is that correct?
We have so many different customers from the warehouse industry to candy industries. So we really have a fit for everyone here at Thinaer.
That's great. And so talking about the deployment and these pieces of hardware, what portion do the client own and what portion does Thinaer own?
As far as the deployment process?
Yes.
Yeah, so we usually take on most of the work here at Thinaer. So by the time the customer gets their equipment, it's usually just plug and play. So yeah, we try to take that process off of the customer so that they're able to just go straight into getting their data.
Wow, this is great, learning about all these different pieces of hardware. So are there any, let's say, successes and challenges that you've seen customers face when deploying with Thinaer?
So I've seen it all. I've seen customers get our starter kit and install within a day and have like minimal questions. And then there's customers that will face small challenges that I have to walk them through. I think the biggest thing is we have altered our help center to fit these new questions that we get. If we get a question more than once, we usually make a video on it so that customers have that reference point going forward. I think one largest thing we had was our starter kit setup guide. We had where the videos were hidden unless a customer would click them before. So we took that feedback in and changed our starter kit setup, and now you can see them without having to drop down. So just small edits like that has helped us across all our customers.
So it sounds like you're pretty responsive to feedback and you're able to customize the onboarding process and iterate for the customer.
I would say that's one of the benefits of that stands us out from our competitors. We're able to provide that tailored support. And like I said, when we get, questions or feedback, we're able to go in and alter our support center to best fit those needs.
That's great. And kind of rounding out the interview and summing it all up. So they've onboarded, they have deployed the hardware, everything's ready to set up and configured. Now monitoring and actually reading and receiving the data. Can you talk a little bit about the software that we use and how you work with the customer to train them on that?
Part of our onboarding process is a thorough Sonar training. So I pull Sonar up and I do a thorough training on each tab, making sure they understand how to use it. And from there, they're able to still ask me questions when needed. We have a resource of Loom videos that takes them back through the training when necessary. So we do have a very strong training platform for our customers.
And what does it look like for the customer to use Sonar? What are some of the things that they might see?
So they're able to see all of their data in real time from their assets. So we have manufacturing customers, they're able to see where their forklifts are at every moment. They're able to see the temperature and humidity in their rooms, making sure it's, the optimal temperature to nourish their assets. And they're also able to see their machine utilization. So was this machine shut down, and for how long was it shut down, and how did that affect their operations? So a lot of data that you're able to access through Sonar, and it's readily available. It updates every I think it's 3 seconds, so it's always readily available. And you're able to go back months and months and months to see this data and sometimes compare it to what it's doing now. So yes, a lot of data in Sonar. Sonar is very data-based.
Data is good. Do you see yourself working more with certain roles than other roles post-deployment?
So I'm usually in contact with the IT directors, even project managers sometimes, because our project aligns with their project sometimes internally. We come across some project managers that are working on getting that data, and we provide them the data. So I work a lot with IT directors, project managers, hospital directors, an array of different contacts for sure.
Would you say that that Sonar is sort of a digital twin of their operations floor?
Absolutely. So Sonar shows you a digital twin of all of your assets. So anything your asset is doing in real time, you'll be able to see that within Sonar in real time. And I think that's what makes it special, because some of this data they had to manually collect before, and now you have it all at your fingertips on our SaaS platform, Sonar.
That's good. And last question, how do you ensure that our customers are using the Sonar platform to the best of their ability?
So by setting success metrics in the beginning, I'm able to make sure we're all aligned throughout every step of the process. And I'm able to monitor and gauge that Sonar utilization by setting certain touch points with customers and gaining that feedback at every step in the process. I'm able to gauge that utilization within Sonar and make sure they're overall successful.
Well, thank you so much, Taylor. Thank you for joining us. This has been really informative.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for bringing our handy-dandy display case of hardware. I think this was really good for people to see just the different assets and beacons and gateways that we have. So thank you for joining us, and hopefully you'll be back again.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.